We just came out of a very emotional moment with Jan talking about her son. And now we're going to talk to Tahira. Tahira has sickle cell anemia, and she's going to explain to us what sickle cell is and how it has affected her. And Tahira, I want to know what sickle cell is and how it has affected you, being the daughter of Jan and a sister who's lost a brother, and how it has affected your life.
Okay. Well, sickle cell anemia is a hereditary disease, so that means I got it from my mom and my dad because they both have the trait.
Oh.
So I got the full disease, and it's a blood disease. My cells are sickled shape and thick and sticky, and it's hard for them to move through those blood vessels instead of the normal round healthy cells.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever, if I get like too cold or too stressed out or even too hot, my blood vessels constrict, and it makes it harder for those cells to travel through, and so that causes me to have really bad pain anywhere in my body.
And how has doctors been trying to treat you with this disease over the years? What are some of the challenges you face with it? Have you been hospitalized?
Yes, I have been hospitalized. I've had to get blood transfusions. I've had my gallbladder removed and had fifth disease when I was younger. And then just sometimes I'm in the emergency room to get IVs and pain medication.
So they have to use some very powerful pain medication for you sometimes?
Yes. And
what about long-term medication?
That doesn't even work.
Wow.
Long-term medication, I was on hydroxyurea,
Mm-hmm.
and but I'm not on that anymore because it wasn't making me feel very well. It made me nauseated and dizzy,
Mm-hmm.
so I really didn't like taking it.
So the terrible side effects.
Right.
And I think that affects a lot of people when they're taking medications for diseases that they're going to have a long time. Sometimes they stop taking the medications because of the side effects.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the side effects, you know, you rather deal with the pain than to deal with the side effects. So, but you look beautiful now.
Thank you.
And you know, in a few minutes we're going to bring your brother Muhammad in. And so now you're an advocate for sickle cell. Yes. So tell me what that journey has been like for you.
Well, in 2001, I was the national and local poster child for sickle cell for the Sickle Cell Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I've been around different states to speak and advocate for sickle cell. I spoke in Congress when I was 9 years old.
Wow.
To help raise money. And me and Mom have been around in different schools and churches talking about her book and
Mm-hmm.
her son and everything that happened.
Well, in a minute we're going to talk about the book, and we're also going to talk about the comic book that you have. I call it comic, you call it coloring book. And so we're going to talk about that in just a second. But when this book was written, Jan, it was about your daughter Tajima also.
It's about all my children.
All your children. And Tajima's not here, of course.
No.
So it's hard to tell, for me to tell the difference between Tajima and Tahira when I see them apart, because they look so much alike. You got some gorgeous children.
Well, thank you.
You are so blessed. You know, so I also wanted to talk to you, Tahira, and when we talk in a minute about how, more detail about how your life has been, living your life without your baby brother. Is he your baby brother or your older brother?
He was my older brother. I actually didn't get a chance to meet him.
Oh, wow. So you've best been growing up hearing the stories.
Yes.
And that's why you were saying earlier before when we was off camera that it affects generations.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about that too in just a couple of minutes.